Well, welcome to our interfaith prayer meditation tonight. We have, well, before I introduce Pat, I will mention that next month's speaker is Andrew Lee, the Reverend Andrew Lee, and he's scheduled for a date that he no longer can make. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way. I think it may move up a week, so it may be April 2nd instead of April 9th. But I will make sure to publicize what we do with that. But he is an Episcopal deacon in the church and has led meditations before and is wonderful. So I hope you will join us. This week we have Pat Farrell, who is a Dominican sister, and I just learned, and I've seen OP written behind the Dominican sisters' names for years, and I just realized, I researched it, that OP means Order of Preachers. So, oh, Kent disappeared. So
He'll be back, I hope.
me too. So Pat is a Dominican sister of San Rafael, who presently manages Rose Court, an affordable housing apartment building in San Francisco that's sponsored by the sisters. She also used to work at the team that was at Santa Sabina Center in San Rafael for their in-person programs. After serving in congregational leadership and vocational ministry, she was the executive director of the Dominican Sisters Conference. Pat has studied theology at the Graduate Theological Union in Berkeley, Aquinas Institute of Theology in St. Louis, and has an MA from the University of San Francisco. She also completed spiritual direction program at Mercy Center, Burlingame, and has received transmission as a lay Zen teacher. Sister Pat enjoys working with technology, photography, and graphics as a means of preaching. You can engage in her preaching through photography on her photo blog, opreach.org. And I'm going to type that into the chat because I went there and there's some beautiful photos and
You can
quotes.
subscribe.
What's that?
You can subscribe.
Oh, do you do one every day or?
3 times. I think it's 2 or 3 times a week. I've changed over the years how many offerings I've done in terms of what's possible for me. Right now, this is what it's working, but
Okay.
So
well,
before I start, I have to say something to Kent because it was a little later than you because I graduated from high school in 1971, but I was in the Jesus People movement. I was in Los Angeles. I'm a cradle Catholic, but and my background has been woven together with many strands from many faith traditions, and that's why I enjoy being part of a group like Marin Interfaith Council, because it just weaving together our strands of the divine is, I think, is very important to this world that would like to pull all of the fabric apart. So so this evening, what am I doing here? Now, many of you, because you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, may be aware of the book by Shunryu Suzuki, the founder of San Francisco Zen Center, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. Has anybody read it, seen it, heard of it? Anyway, in it, he actually didn't write the book. That's his students took his talks and put them together in books. And so he says, in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, but in the experts, there are few. So, and I recall back to a time when I was younger, and I was teaching at Our Lady of Guadalupe School in East Los Angeles. It was my second year of teaching, and before I became a sister. My first year, I taught 7th grade, and the next I followed the class and became their teacher, teaching them in 8th grade. And early on in that school year, I was standing at the blackboard, turned around and saw Jimmy launching a pencil toward the ceiling and thought, oh, Jimmy, it's you again. Though I knew nothing about Zen or beginner's mind at the time, I had enough sense somewhere in me to realize that there was something very flawed in my thinking. So much so I remember that vividly to this day. Jimmy, the eighth grader that day, was not the same Jimmy that I remembered from the previous year. He wasn't even the same Jimmy from the previous day. What is and there's this saying I think we've all heard about, that we're not able to step in the same river twice. So beginner's mind experiences every moment as new. So this evening, we will try out a mindfulness technique of labeling. And there's some techniques of mindfulness in which, as you sit quietly and you notice a sound, you might say hearing. A thought arises, you say thinking. So it's just labeling whatever arises. It's a mindfulness technique. So this evening, what I'm going to ask us to do is to notice whatever we are aware of and label it new. Our intention is to come to maybe an awareness that every experience is just that, new. I think of Maya Angelou's quote, "This is a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before." A good thought to bring to mind any day that we have a feeling of foreboding about the day. So I invite you right now to rest yourselves. Perhaps you want to close your eyes, rest yourselves wherever your hands feel most comfortable for this, in a good posture for meditation, feet on the floor. But I mean, I don't like to say there's an absolute way to sit, but usually if we can pull our bodies up straight as best we can, that is helpful for the breathing. So rest yourselves and let go of everything as well as you can. Power down for this short time we have together. Everything can wait. Notice this space of awareness where we freshly meet whatever arises. Whatever arises, a thought, a sound, a body sensation, even being aware of being aware. Gently label that, lightly label it as new, not out loud, but silently in your mind. New. Perhaps we notice our breathing. Each breath, in or out, is new. whatever is arising in our awareness, new. Let's say we are aware of the soundscape. I hear traffic. Or we sense a body part, tingling or pain. New, new. Perhaps a thought has entangled you. No problem. See it as new. New. new, new. Every moment, every thought, every sensation is new, fresh, now. Is there a pain, a discomfort? New. Beginner's mind. New. Now is new. Perhaps there's a storyline you are following. Just see it as new. We are always beginning. Each thought, each breath, beginning now and beginning now. New. This is beginner's mind, right here, right now, just like this. no matter how old it seems, new. Each breath is new. So, in the newness of this moment, I invite you to open your eyes and notice all that is in front of you as new. And as you go forward into the rest of this evening, however you spend it, or tomorrow, see if you can remind yourself that you are stepping into a new moment every time. Whenever we think of it, here, now is new. When I did this practice, I found it to be, first time I did it, I found it to be very helpful. It was new. And I hope that if it's been helpful to you, I invite you to try this method on yourself from time to time. Perhaps this practice can open our hearts to seeing our daily moments, our boring moments, our annoying moments, our repetitive thoughts, to see these as new and fresh. And what that could be. So that would be what I would hope for us, is to see each moment as new. So thank you for joining me this evening.
Well, thank you, Sister Pat, for all that you shared and for this new meditation for all of us. I will turn off the recording.
We just lost Kent again, so